Hello, I'm Collector David. I have a train channel dedicated towards pre-war, post-war trains. A little bit of Ives, mostly special on Marks and American Flight. And today's video is going to be an interesting track meet. In other words, I'm going to explain all sorts of different pre-war tracks from German to American, different examples I got. Also a little bit about the difference between the Menards track that I had some questions on, and basically some other stuff involving tracks. So let's hit the rails and see where we get where the track takes us. So my first thing I want to talk about is this is the Menards track, O-gauge track that I have on my layout right now. There's a couple things I want to discuss about. One thing is it is galvanized, which means it will not rust as easily and it will be more reliable, won't have to put oil on it before I put it away, so it will maintain this better quality. The second thing is the plating on this track is much thinner than Lionel's, so like if you use like the Mox trains where the glider literally hits the bottom of the rail and it does wear down. Trains work just fine, but it definitely is a thinner plating than a Lionel post-war or new track is. And then about the quality, this is really heavy duty, which is nice. The thing is with the the Lionel cattle car right here, is with the ties going over here, they are far apart. So I literally had to take the ties apart and squeeze them together in order to fit where the cattle car is. So there's customization. It's not really meant for the post-war accessories, at least all of them. And then when you go to the Lionel new track, which I don't believe they make anymore, the Lionel new track is more flimsy, bendy, better plating, but I don't think they make it anymore. And it is made in China. I'm not sure this is made. This is Menards brand, so it could be different brands. I'm not sure who it is. Now going into the history of track, we're going to start with the pre-war years. I have about, looks like 6 different selections of old track. Just kind of a history, kind of cool thing they got going on here. So this is first. Let's see. So over here I have just a regular basic Lionel O-gauge track, heavy duty. This is my favorite track to use. It's post-war, so it's really nice to work with post-war accessories. It's a little aged, so it gives you a little bit more wiggle room. But I mean, you do have to clean them. The best thing is like Scotch-Brite to clean it off before you put it away for 50 years or 20. Light oil on it and it won't rust as much. So this track is my favorite track to use. Most cases you can get train shows for a couple dollars, garage sales and state sales cheaper. But this is a basic Lionel track, so that's what that one is. And then with this one, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, probably put it in light. This one's unique. It is actually brass, so it's really hard to see. It's kind of got like a brass look to it. And this one's basically black. This one's a brass look. I got this from a long-time Lionel collector. He wasn't. I forgot to ask him what was special about the brass. It is Lionel post-war, made in New York, so this thing is a special set, like special edition set. So that's kind of cool. Exact same thing, old 31. And then the next one we're going to go to is going to be this one. This is going to be American Flyer. Their radius, I believe, was 042 if I'm not mistaken. Came in 2 different versions. It came in the 5 tie track, and it came in this, which is a 3 tie track, similar to Lionel. Both of which are pre-war. American Flight only made the O-gauge track in the pre-war years, and post-war went to S-gauge to rail. And these actually pre-war tracks, most of which are like almost like a nail, where it's very, very sharp. And that was a lot of times I can tell the difference between pre-war and post-war. Thing that American Flight did in this one is very flat on this side, and then on this side, see, it's nice and flat, and this side actually goes up, so it's I forget the word, it's ramped, so it goes like on the side, so the train won't tip as much. And that was common for wind-up trains as well, especially wind-up Mox do the same thing. And this one's more basic, totally flat, not banked. Banked was what I'm looking for. So that's American Fly, 2 different American Fly types. And then the other one, the next one in line, is going to be Ives. This is an Ives track right here. And sometimes they say brands on, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you gotta do research. This is Ives. It says Ives. Again, it's banked. I'm going this side and the left side and right side, so it equals out being flat, but it's banked. And this one is about the 30s, standard tubing. And then this one's a rare version. This one right here is a center small tube all the way around. It's a small tube, and it has little connection pieces that the track basically snaps right on. And with this one you can see it's a total difference on what it looks like. This one is really uncommon. I got this from a train collector. He gave me for like $10 or something like that. And as we go down here, I have a lot of different tracks, enough to make a loop. So that's pretty cool with that. Got some other pieces as well. Probably not going to use it. Just kind of, I like the history of the train stuff. So that is the Ives. And then this one is actually Dolphin. This one, I have a Dolphin set that I got a while back. And this one, it doesn't say Dolphin, but that's part of the reason I know it's it, because it doesn't say it, but Lionel says Lionel, Ives says Ives, American Flyer says AF, so basically I'm pretty positive it's Dolphin. Plus it's kind of got like a silver material, where a lot of pre-war track was silver. A lot of silver on this one's worn off. You can see a little bit of shiny silver on this, but this one is pre-war, and it is gonna, the other way to tell it's Dolphin is this is more flat. This is much more flat than the Lionel one is. As you can see, it's the difference in the flat than this one versus this one. So that one is the Dolphin. And the last one we got is probably one of my most interesting ones. This one is a straight and a curved, same brand. This is made in Germany. The German one, and it doesn't say exactly what brand, the German one, I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you zoom into that? This has a symbol on the bottom that looks like an M, and then this one in the middle looks to be a lightning bolt. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Maybe that helps. And the interesting with this one is this little loop right here. That's what keeps the track together. So this brand knew that there was going to be a problem with that. So you would put the track together like this, and there's a little hole in the bottom of the track, which this little pin would go like this. You spin it, and then it would go, if I can get it to go inside that little hole, and it would snap in together basically. Then you couldn't get it apart. So that was the German company idea with that. So anyways, I thought this was unique. I got this in a bunch of track that's kind of like a junk pile, but because I like the history of trains, it was very cool to me. You don't really find German track too much in the States. This roughly is about the 20s, I would say, 20s, early 30s. So, and that's my history lesson of the track and different brands. Again, we had Dolphin, American Flyer, two versions of that, two versions of Ives. And that's my video for today. And so down the road I'll be making more videos the best as I can, dealing with different things and work and stuff. But as for now, thank you for riding the rails with me and exploring the history of them. And I'll see you next time. Hello, I'm Collector David. I have a train channel dedicated towards Lionel, pre-war, post-war trains, same with Ives and Lionel. And what is it? No, not yet. You gotta tell me something and don't.
What am I telling you?
Go.
Whew.
Okay. So I finally found this box. It took me half an hour to find this box, which had the Lionel track, so I can make this video, right? Well, in the meantime, I looked everywhere. I looked underneath the table. I looked in my train closet. Totally took apart the train closet, and I went in my attic with this train stuff. I went in the attic with this train stuff. I went in my room underneath my bed with this train stuff. Could not find it. You know where the box was? It was in a box, in a box, in a bin that was in a box. Yeah. Okay, no, keep filming. Okay, so I found it. Found it, right?